Hello folks, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're back in the Bigscreen Beyond because I've got the final audio strap. Now I've already made a review of the prototype, so it's going to be really interesting to see what I think about the final version. Now just to recap, a few things I wasn't so keen on with the prototype. It was mainly really the lack of bass, and well, even though the bass was okay, I just thought the frequencies wasn't very separated, and there wasn't a lot of real nice high-end treble. The kind of sound you get from the Valve Index speakers. Well, anyway, before we go into all that, because I've got quite a lot to say about this headset, in terms of the audio strap and the Bigscreen Beyond itself, because I've had it for quite a while now, so I thought I'd also give you a recap on what I think about the headset in 2024. So if you're interested, stick around, stay tuned, and we're going to take off from Salzburg Airport and fly around in this beautiful Just Flight Tomahawk. So here's some of the unboxing. I'll just show you that now. I've got to say, not that it really matters, but I think it matters. The box is very nice and it gives you a real good sense of the quality. And taking the audio head strap out for the first time felt very nice, very well packaged. In terms of the build quality, it feels pretty much exactly the same as my late prototype model, but that's not a bad thing because it feels great. You know, it feels really nice. I think the arms are a little bit flimsy, but I think the reason for that is to save weight and to give it flex, you know, so it's a lot easier to move around and sort of adjust on your head. I don't think it's going to break or anything, but just look after it, and overall I think it's quality materials. I think the foam has been slightly improved from the prototype model that I had. Doesn't feel like super expensive foam, but having said that, I think it's more than adequate and does the job really well. And you never know, in the future Studio 4 might be able to replace that padding for something a little bit more luxurious. But really I'm being very picky here because overall the whole headset feels really good quality. Now the reason why we're using this aircraft by Just Flight is because it has some of the best sounds of any general aviation aircraft for this sim. So I'm just going to take the mixture off a bit. I'm not sure if you can hear this very well on the recording, but I'll just shut up and just listen to the aircraft, the way it spools up, and I'll explain how it sounds with this audio strap. Oh, that does sound good. So straight off the bat, guys, compared to the prototype, I feel this sounds much better. It sounds really nice, like really good. I am super picky with sound, and I still feel that the Valve Index and Reverb G2 has the best sound to date. Well, I've got to say, that's now been matched with this audio strap. This sounds as good, definitely. And for some reason my yoke isn't working. Okay, right, I'll be back in a minute, and hopefully we can gain control of this aircraft. Well, sorry about that, guys. For some reason there was an issue with that aircraft with this yoke, so I've decided to jump in the Spitfire, as the Fly9 Spitfire is another great aircraft to test out the sound. And I've just switched to real world weather as well, and wow, does this headset look amazing. It really does. And now that we've got this audio strap, because I'm a bit of a stickler when it comes to audio, I really do prefer integrated audio. It's something I do moan about with other headsets such as the Somnium VR1 and the Vario Aero, and this really sets off the headset. And now that it sounds as good as other VR solutions out there, I think the only thing I will say is it doesn't quite have the power of the valve index in terms of the volume, but that might be something that I need to mess around with settings. Wow, it's raining over there. The thing though about the Bigscreen Beyond audio strap is it's also a comfort strap. It makes the headset even more comfortable. And I said this in my prototype review. Now the headset sort of is less pressure on your nose, and of course the headset is incredibly light anyway, but I can literally wear this all day, no problems at all. It is without question the most comfortable headset I've ever worn, period. It's sensational really, and the Vario XR4, funny enough, is in second place. And that's because I've no idea how Vario have managed to make that massive headset so comfortable. It's funny though, because one of the things about the Bigscreen Beyond is, because I use different VR headsets on the channel, sometimes I won't use this for a while, but then when I go back to it, I will use it for like 2 weeks solid, and I won't want to use anything else. And I've got a feeling that's going to be the case again. Because let's just recap on the things I love about this headset, especially in 2024, because I think it's very relevant. I actually think that it's very well priced considering what you're getting and the market at the moment. High-end PC VR is very expensive, and the price of this, I'm using one base station at the moment, and that's simply because I don't have any plugs left, because I'm using my force feedback yoke, which is here. Oops, I've just changed my view like an idiot. There we go. So I'm only using one base station, and that's all you need for flight simming because it tracks really well. And I think together with the headset itself and what it offers, it's expensive, but it's not like crazy expensive considering the market at the moment. And what you're getting here is immense OLED colours. The colours of this, well, imagine, you know, we all wanted, and I've said this many times in other videos, imagine a really high resolution display, but with OLED colours. And on top of that, a form factor that is all day comfortable. That is the Bigscreen Beyond. And it is. It's just superb. I mean, even the binocular overlap is so good on this. And I have been using the XR4 quite a lot recently. And in comparison, wow, this feels more 3D. It feels more like you're in VR. It's sort of more immersive experience because you've got that perfect stereo overlap between your eyes. And once you're in the sweet spot, it is very, very nice. But unfortunately, as I say, there are some trade-offs to the Bigscreen Beyond. Because of those tiny pancake lenses, and they are tiny, really tiny, you have a smaller sweet spot than, say, the Pimax Crystal, for instance, and definitely, say, something like the Quest 3. But, as I say, once you're in it, it's okay, and you do get used to it after a while. The biggest issue with this headset, as I've said many times, is the glare. Now, an aircraft like this, I'm not getting any glare, hardly any glare at all. Maybe a slight amount, but really hardly anything. Because it's steam gauges, it's daytime. But if I switch to, say, a really complex aircraft with lots of bright gauges looking at me, you know, high contrast in comparison to the outside world, especially say if it's a dark scene, then you do get glare. And that is the trade-off. And honestly, if it wasn't for the glare, this would have been my favourite VR headset for well, ever since I had the prototype, which was well over a year and a half ago. And still, it would have been my favourite headset even now in 2024. Because it does so much so well. It nearly nails every category. And, you know, imagine, obviously, with the eye tracking add-on that you might be able to get for this, that's going to really boost performance, because another great thing about the Bigscreen Beyond is the pancake lenses. The resolution means there's less need for barrel distortion correction. You still have to have it, but it's not as aggressive as a spheric lens is. So it's closer to its native core resolution, which means better frame rates. At the moment, it will look crap on the VR image, but especially as I'm talking and it's going to be moving around. Sorry guys, but that's just the way it is. I'm getting 55 frames per second in this scene right now, over Salzburg, heavy weather, very high settings. So yeah, honestly, in 2024, I think if anything, the Bigscreen Beyond is even more relevant now than it was last year. Because there's just nothing else out there like this. So now that we have this audio strap, which has made the headset more comfortable, it sounds really good. And I love the adjustment, by the way. You can adjust this up and down, left and right. It will suit pretty much every single head shape out there. It's an absolute winner. I think what Bigscreen Beyond are doing is fantastic, and I'm so glad that they're here innovating and really focusing on what we really want, the OLED, because OLED is so important. That's the next step in VR technology. And well, Bigscreen Beyond, they're already there with this OLED technology. And then form factor, that's something that's really important. So yeah, I absolutely think that even in 2024, Bigscreen Beyond is a phenomenal headset, and I friggin' love it. Listen to this. That sounds amazing. The frequencies are crisp, the bass is good. Yeah, I'm really impressed. And I think that will do for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know in the comments below, what do you think? Are you tempted by this amazing little VR headset, which punches above its weight quite a lot? And by the way, I'm using the microphone of the Bigscreen Beyond, which is also fantastic. Take care, folks. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye for now. You know what? Even though I'm using a yoke, this doesn't feel too bad in this. Beautiful.